Do you find yourself endlessly scrolling, losing hours of your life and your focus, and you feel like you can't stop? Well, today I want to share an inspiring story of someone just like you who has broken free from digital addiction. I'm Dr. Trish Leigh. Welcome back to the channel. Here, I use neuroscience strategies and research to show you how you can break free from digital addiction, get back on track, reclaim your focus so you can feel and perform better than ever. Today, we're going to talk about one special person who was able to break free, and now they're performing at very high levels. If you want to do the same thing, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Okay, so you love social media and it makes you feel good. It's the way that you relax and you think you rejuvenate at the end of the day. What you might not realize is that the algorithms in social media, they're being used very purposefully. And I want to share with you 3 ways that they are getting you hooked and keeping you hooked. It's going to blow your mind. The first thing that's happening is intermittent rewards. And there's a lot of studies that show this intermittent aspect is what can really get you hooked on the dopamine spikes that you're feeling. There's a cool study that shows when rats were presented with food consistently, they would go to the food when they wanted it. When there was no food, they craved it. But when food was given to them intermittently, they couldn't stop going back for more, mainly because they didn't want it to go away again. In this way, this intermittent reward is keeping you hooked. Now, there's another aspect. Infinite scrolling. You know that it never ends. You keep going and going and going. There's no end in sight. That's deliberate too, especially when it's passive content. It's there to entertain you, or it's there to keep you hooked on the content that you're watching. It might be violence, it might be sheer drama, or it might be hypersexuality. Whichever that category that you're falling into is, it's keeping you hooked. You want more of the same for that dopamine spike that makes you feel good. Lastly, and I think most importantly, is the external distorted social validation that's happening from the likes and the hearts and the comments that you get. If it gets away from you, the likes can become that validation that you're not getting internally. Here's an example from this channel recently. And if you're the person who did it, hi friend. Someone recently put that they were going to leave explicit matter for good, and they were going to do it one day for every like that they got. Of course, when I saw that comment, I said, no way, man. That's not what we do here on this channel. I don't want you motivated by that external motivation that can come and go. I want you internally motivated. I want you to do this for you. That's what social media does for you. It gets you hooked on the external validation, whether you're receiving the likes, or it can make you feel powerful or in control if you're the one giving the likes. But again, it's artificial, it's distorted, and it's making you stay hooked on the dopamine spikes from the external social validation. It's time to break free. Now, whether it's the intermittent reward, if it's the infinite scrolling, or if it's the social validation that ultimately can lead to comparison and make people feel bad or give people FOMO, fear of missing out, I would love for you to get your pleather journal out and get a pen out, write it down. What does your pattern look like for you? The reason I want you to write it down is because neuroscience shows when you write things down, you actually process them and integrate them at higher levels. So sitting around thinking about it is great, but when you write it down and maybe make some columns and really think about how are you hooked on social media? Why are you there? What are you looking for? How is it making you feel good? How is that good feeling being distorted from real life? Figure it out. Figure out what your pattern looks like for you. Okay, now let's talk about the case study, a really cool case study of a client who was hooked on social media. He thought it was harmless when he started in his teens at a young age. Right now, he's in early mid-20s. And what happened was it started out as a harmless habit. He didn't realize all these mechanisms that were at play. When he came to me, the first step I do is called a QEEG brain map. It's a brain scan. I can see how your and his brain is using electrical energy. So when I peeked into his brain, I could see that he was using the dysregulated pattern that I call strained brain. It's a wired and tired pattern. It's mostly wired. And the wired aspect makes you feel stressed out. So it keeps you going back for dopamine hits to feel better. But the cruel joke of it, and this is how social media is created, is that that stressful, strained feeling is actually happening from social media. It's called a negative feedback loop. It creates it in the first place, and it drives the need to go back for more and more and more. This is what leads to the compulsion, the need, the feeling. So you sit down at the end of the day, your phone's in front of you, and you look at it and it's kind of calling you. You have the urge to pick it up and to scroll. I want you to think about, why do I have that urge? What's at the core of it? It's that strained brain, that dysregulated brain pattern that's caused by social media in the first place. It gives you the urge to soothe, even though it's creating it in the first place. I saw it in this client's brain pattern, and then I knew exactly what to do. I used advanced technology called neurofeedback. It's the way to rewire a brain so it doesn't need high levels of dopamine. And at the same time, it can feel calm, focused, and confident all by itself from the inside. Everybody's QEEG brain map is a little bit different. It's kind of like fingerprints. There's patterns and they all kind of look similar, but everybody's is unique. That unique QEEG brain map is like the roadmap to success, to help you understand what's going on in your brain and what it needs to heal. So if you're up for it, go over to drtrishleigh.com, read about QEEG brain mapping on the neurofeedback page, see what it can do for you. So I told you that this client did neurofeedback brain training. What is that? Thankfully, I'm blessed to be one of the top tier neurofeedback providers in the world. I work with people all over the globe using this advanced technology. I even have my own app, Dr. Trish Leigh. Using this app, I can perform the QEEG brain map for everybody I work with in their homes. Then I can set the protocols for exactly what they need. This is so powerful, it shouldn't be underestimated. It's like working with a personal trainer who takes all of your measurements and then creates a very unique plan just for you. I set the protocols to bring strain brain down. I set the protocols to increase the power in a person's brain. This way they feel charged up, and I can reset those neural pathways, unlink them from the screen, and help you relink them back into your life. It's that powerful. It can be a game changer. In my world, it's a no-brainer, pun intended. In this video, you can see the trend screen of how this client's brain changed over time. On the trend screen, you'll see there's a red line and there's a purple line. You'll see at the beginning of the neurofeedback program, both of them were high and very spiky. This is an unstable and disorganized brain pattern, the one of strain brain that leads you back for more. But you'll also see, over time, just 4 months, that person's brain pattern changed dramatically. You can see it on the visual data. The red line came down very incrementally over time. The red line is the wired aspect. It's that very fast energy. It came down, down, down. The purple line is the tired aspect. It usually is the secondary part of the wired and tired brain pattern. On the trend screen, you can see that the brain pattern changed. It went down, but you can also see that purple line spiked up there for a beat. When the wired comes down, the brain became a little bit more tired, but that regulated itself very quickly too. Compared to the beginning and the end, the brain pattern is completely different. It's regulated It's healthy, it's ready to rock and roll. So if you're tired of losing control to social media, losing time, decreasing your focus, feeling good for a little bit, but then feeling worse most of the time, neurofeedback is likely a great solution for you. So please go over to drtrishleigh.com and check it out under the neurofeedback tab. Don't forget to get my new e-guide of 32 brain hacks that you can use right away so that you can begin to rewire your brain at home. If you're realizing that social media might be impacting you in a negative way, please share it with me. Drop it in the comments below. I read all of them. I would love to know what your experience is so I can make you a video to help. And if you want more neuroscience strategies so you can reclaim your focus and your life, click the video that's coming up in the corner of the screen. This way we can keep working together and I can help you rewire your brain so you can increase your clarity and your confidence. And in the meantime, always remember, control your brain or it will control you.